Welcome, witches and wizards. So I'm very ill. Witches and wizards. But I'm very married. I'm very ill. Hope everyone married suits you. Yeah, we've just had two very sweaty nights. Came down with a bit of a flu. Basically, we were eating so well before the wedding. We kind of went on this fiesta where we went out for Indian. We did the sushi. Yeah, we enjoyed ourselves. And it caught up with us, and now we've both got a cold. But we're doing absolutely amazing. Titan's doing amazing. Titan was absolutely amazing at the wedding. For those of you, I am streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. For those on YouTube, if you can pop over to Twitch, and if you want to join the queue, by all means stick around on YouTube, and I will have a quick fire round at the very end. Accounting Star, welcome in as well. Who else was here? AJ, welcome. Purple, welcome in. Owen in a voice, thank you for the prime sub. So I'm gonna sound a little bit husky. We need like 30 minutes of story time. All right, let's get the intro out of the way. So I was already pretty stressed out. Like, we can take this lightheartedly. I don't really get stressed out, so this was stressed out for me. Can we see Elsa's ring? They want to see your ring. No, your wedding ring.
Oh, it's just a friend.
That one. You're gonna have to come in the shot. Giddy.
This is the plain band.
So she got the plain band. We both picked our rings, and I got the gold gents band. That's just the perks of having a dad that's a jeweler. We got to pick our own rings. Welcome, PB. And anyway, so the week before the wedding, so basically just after I finished streaming, Eleanor was down in London, and like, I had the whole week to myself. I was going over the speeches by myself. I was and I had two. Obviously, you've got the vows, and then you've got the actual speech at the wedding. Thank you, Counting Star. And anyway, got to the big day, and the whole time I wasn't nervous at all until the day of the wedding. The cameraman was coming to our house at 10 o'clock, then going to Eleanor's brother's where Eleanor was getting ready. Don't worry, I'll get to it in a voice. At 11, so all my best men had come round. We were all like, he took photos of basically the men dressing me, like my boys dressing me, and I got some nice photos with my dad as well. We don't actually have any of those photos. The photo that I just uploaded onto Discord today was he posted like 4 or 5 of the photos from the wedding on his Facebook, but we haven't got the rest of them yet, so there will be more. But anyway, the whole morning I was absolutely fine, and then the reception, we had to leave at 2 o'clock to go to the reception to get married. Sorry, the registry. Midnight, welcome in. 10 minutes before we left, I remember looking at the time and going, oh, we got 10 minutes until we go. And I read through my speeches, I was talking to my boys, and I looked again and there was still 7 minutes, and I'm like, oh, time's now moving really slowly. Am I scared? And anyway, I waited a bit longer, didn't want to panic. And then I'm like, there's still 4 minutes left until we even leave. And then my boys calmed me down. They were like, oh, look, it's all right. It's your wedding day. You're allowed to be nervous. Anyway, we got to the venue and I didn't get to see a lot because they basically rushed me in. I stand at the front of the aisle. And we had this beautiful arch, and only about 30 people could come in for the reception. So I'm standing at the front of the aisle. Family from both sides are sitting down. I still haven't seen Els at this point. Like, people are laughing, talking, and I'm trying to like keep my emotions together. Then, like, some of the people that have been round at Els's brother's house were like, oh yeah, all the girls have been crying all morning. And I'm like, oh shit. DK, welcome. If you want a reading, jump onto Twitch. I will get to the queue eventually. The NC, welcome. And then the music started. We played some romantic. I can't even remember the name of the song, but they took so long. Every best girl, like the bridesmaids, they came in one at a time, and I'm there going, oh, they're all gonna walk in together. So as soon as the music started playing, I'm like, oh, thank God, I can finally see out. No, one bridesmaid walks in. Second bridesmaid walks in. Third bridesmaid walks in, and I'm like, oh, please, I just want to see out. Fourth bridesmaid walks in. Then Eleanor walks in, and it was like I tried to hold myself together, but my eyes started welling up, and it was just so nice to see her, and how pretty she looked on the day. It was beautiful. And then we did our vows and had an amazing wedding ceremony. We did the whole confetti and stuff afterwards with the family that were there. It was amazing. So my day started at 10 o'clock. It's now 3 o'clock. We're now married. Everyone started to go to the reception hall, which is like the after party. So we're Cypriots. We don't have small weddings. So there's like a reception, and like there's 300 people going to be at the wedding. Well, while everyone was heading over there, me and Els, we took some amazing photos in the park. And there's like a park right next to where we got married. Let me show you from my phone. Oh, he can't recognize my face. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. You can just see the my camera. It's not the clearest photo in the world.
I'm awkward.
Yeah, I know. So happy for the both of you. Thank you. Saying that.
Why?
Go on. I don't mind you joining in.
No, why is the park next to the registry significant?
So, basically where we got registered was my hometown, and the park that we, like, one of our first dates was at, was in the same park. Yeah, but that's not special to us. Anyway, had an amazing time. Got to the party at 6 o'clock. Titan was crying. We were feeding him in the back room. And then, like, we finally got ready. Titan's still a bit tearful. And we do this, like, walk-in ceremony where you walk in, your best men and women walk in first. And then you're led in with, like, so the Turkish Cypriots do a drum. Greek Cypriots do violin, or I don't know what it's called. It's like a cool guitar. I don't know what it's called. What's it called? Yeah. Well, because we ended up getting both. And I kid you not, Titan was crying. The drums and violin started smiling. We've walked in, and you do 3 laps around the dance floor. And the whole time, so I'm holding him like this. Eleanor's dancing, and I'm so glad I was holding the baby. And he's looking out, like he's looking out at everyone, all 300 people, going, I am the center of attention. Titan stole the show, and I am so thankful for it. And then the night was an absolute blast. There was dancing, the food was amazing. We had to walk around and say hello to every person. And like, it's something you've just got to do at a wedding, and we made it work. There was then my best man was like, I'm really struggling with my speech, like 2 days before the wedding. And I was like, when you come round, we've got from like 10 to 2, we'll fix it. Anyway, within 2 days, he'd spoken to some of the boys already, and he'd fixed the speech. And he was like, don't worry, you'll get surprised on the wedding day. I'm like, all right, nice. Violet, thank you for the resub. And Starlet, did I say you as well? Thank you for the resub. And so he went first. His speech was amazing. He spoke, because my best man was my best friend from my first school, so he knew me from the age of 5 to 13, and we've been close friends ever since. But I've always had like a really close friend in every school, so he was just like in that period of my life, and he was talking about the times that I used to nick people's food off people's plates even when they hadn't finished eating, and I was like, oh my god, I remember all of these things. And then it was my turn. I did my speech, smashed it, people were laughing, and I was so over the moon. And then we did the first dance, and the rest is history. We had an absolute blast. Finally got home. No, we got to our hotel at about 1 o'clock at night. It was a long day, and I managed to stay awake the whole way through it. I was genuinely surprised. I'm not surprised I have a cold now. But I don't mind the cold. It meant it's like a deep meditation with Titan sleeping, and In a side room. No, they had like a cot where we went. But Titan was so tired, we just laid him down. He put himself to sleep. We didn't have to, like, usually you've got to make sure he's asleep in your arms before you put him down. No, he was awake in our arms. We put him down. He fell asleep. And yeah. Right, let's get to the tarot readings. Right, once again, all of those on YouTube. Who's on YouTube? Rashi, Aries, Linda, Pyra, PK, Mercy, Baki, and Lovely, and Destroyer. If you want to jump onto Twitch, if you want to join the queue, please do. Let's have a look at the queue. All right, there's quite a few people in the queue. Oh, they've changed the what does the F mean? Okay, it looks like they've updated some of the stuff. I've been away for a week and Twitch has changed. Nothing I can't play around with. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good week. Or 2 weeks. I didn't see you last week. Oh, and there was some of the dances that I wasn't familiar with because they're like Greek dances. There's meant to be like a best man dance, and I must have been on the dance floor for about half an hour dancing with all the men, like around my age and my family, and Eleanor's family. Like, I was told to bring a spare shirt because I'll be sweaty. That was an understatement. You could see through my shirt by the end of the night. Right, Counting Star, what's your question? Have you already written it? Just general. Did you want a witch or an angel card? Did you have a Turkish wedding with your hubby? Oh, did she have to go? Oh, I missed that. Tori, welcome. Yeah, sorry if I missed anyone. I got quite I got carried away with my storytelling. She asked you if she could get a general. Cool. So this is for Counting Star. Let's give her an angel card as well. Sharma, by all means, come onto Twitch if you want to join the queue. Alright, Counting Start. We're starting with the Three of Swords. It's never nice to see, but we are once again feeling the pain of love, or the emptiness of it. And that's followed by the King of Wands, so there is motivation to clear this pain, to move through it and move past it, but your negative is the Ace of Swords. And so we're trying to fix what is stagnant in our mind instead of questioning our physical reality, what that means is you're spending way too much focusing on yourself instead of trying to balance the situation. So not only your mind, but what are you doing in your workspace? What are you doing? What does your home look like? Counting Star, if you can increase the amount of love that is flowing into you, then the pain that you feel will be lifted, and then you'll be able to use that balance to actually better yourself in the future, instead of it being a weight on your shoulders and a weight you feel like you can't handle. Your final card is the Destiny card, right? You may not be in love right now. Love may not be on your cards, full stop. But that doesn't mean that you are not deserving of love. And so as of now, spend some time increasing the amount of love in your physical space. Now, whatever that means to you, whether that's just doing things, put it this way, I've got a cold and I probably should be eating a lot better, and we've been trying to eat a lot better recently, but midday today, I was looking after Titan, and Els went to the shops and she came back with some shitty noodles, and we both were like, hell yeah. Whatever that guilty pleasure is, as long as you're not going crazy with it, I'm not asking you to tap into your addictions, but I'm saying if there is something that you genuinely love doing, even if it's just a distraction, it will be enough to lift your spirits so that you can find other things in your life that make you happy also. Your angel card. We have an opportunity to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other people in a divine light and goodness. We will help you to release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Counting Star, I hope that helps. Joe, welcome in. Hugo, you are asking for a chakra reading. Yeah, we were doing really well. So we had, our wedding was Sunday. Monday night we had Chinese. Was it Tuesday we had? Sorry, Indian on Monday. Oh yeah, Tuesday was my birthday and we had sushi. And then we basically just weren't eating our best. Oh yeah, we did go to a really posh restaurant for my birthday in London. Thank you. Yeah, my birthday's on the 4th of October, so I'm never gonna forget my anniversary, which is good. Also, I made some moon water. Had this outside with some of my crystals. You planned that, didn't you? No. But it worked out really well. Hugo, are you here? I will watch VOD driving. Alright, no worries. So a chakra reading with an angel card. But yeah, the sushi we had, there was they do Wagyu there. Like they do everything Japanese, so they also do like the fried meats and stuff. But we thought we would try it, and so one skewer between me, Els and my sister. We had one skewer, and when I say one skewer, it's like that. It's a piece of meat that size. It was 17 quid. Which is a joke, but we were like, look, I've heard so much about Wagyu, we will try it. Look, if it was a normal steak and I didn't pay so much for it, honestly, it was an amazing steak. And I didn't even put salt or pepper on it. It was just the plain steak. Absolutely amazing. But was it worth the same price as a full steak? No. Positive vibes, Tara. Welcome. Doing well. Right, so this is for Hugo. They have asked for a chakra reading. Good morning, Lee. It's good to see you. Alright, we're starting with the Eight of Cups. And we are very balanced right now, and it looks like we've found comfort that we didn't have for quite some time. You've been able to relax where relaxing was not an option for you previously. Moving on to your creativity side, your creativity is actually expanding to the point that you're ready to move on from most likely what's troubled you. And it's freed things up for you with the Eight of Wands. You're ready to see a better world outside of yourself, and yet your motivation and willpower, we've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. The cards reversed because you don't believe you have the skills to get where you want to. And yet from what I've already seen with how comfortable you are, this is just you beating yourself up for nothing. You're trying to give yourself a reason so that you can justify failing. Sorry, my son pulled me away. No, not a problem. And so Hugo, even when we go to your heart, we've got the Five of Pentacles, you feeling like you've hit rock bottom. But the card's in the upright position. So what this means is your heart is finally open. Your heart chakra is not closed. You are not a failure. If anything, you've cracked the code to love. And as long as your judgment of yourself doesn't bring you down, nothing else can. To the point that your throat chakra is the high priestess. Trust everything that comes out of your mouth. Trust the advice that you've given to others in the same situation. Because what you speak right now is the truth. And to the point that to the things you say out loud most likely also predict the future. Then we move on to your third eye, and we've got the Two of Swords. Again, your chakra's open, but this shows fear for the future. Even though you know, well, from everything I've seen so far, your future looks golden. That doesn't stop you assuming the worst, or just preparing for a darker day. Hence your final card, the Nine of Wands. You expect there to be a huge weight on your shoulders. And by expecting it, if you stay this way, assuming you're not good enough, assuming that the world is against you, you will manifest the very thing you're trying to avoid. So stick with the things that are good for you. You found peace. You can't fail at anything if you stay calm while dealing with it. And so that is my only piece of advice to you. No matter the obstacle, remain calm. And you will be able to overcome it. We have law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to a higher frequency. Hugo, I hope that helps. Purple, welcome in. Midnight, welcome. What can I look forward to for the rest of this year? And what did you want, an angel or a witch card with your reading? Few more months for the year left. Like, yikes. Yeah, soon. I actually want to buy a pumpkin. I might do another stream where we carve the pumpkin out. I might do it next Monday. Then I can stick it in my shop. Alright, midnight. Can I look forward to for the rest of this year? We're starting with the Two of Wands, and it looks like we're not going to be making a lot of choices in the coming months. Even your negative is the Hangman. You're going to have to learn to be patient. How long do we have left? 2 months? 2 and a bit? Subconsciously, we've got the Queen of Cups. And so this looks like it's your main priority. Even though you would rather be working on something more physical. Midnight, I don't know if you have a job or maybe are trying something new in the work environment. Because we got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. This need for something new, something exciting, but I don't think now is the time to do it. Because following it, we've got the Death card, the Tower, and the Moon all reversed. What is coming your way is going to be uncomfortable. And it's funny because you've asked, what can I look forward to? What you can look forward to is not having to worry about anything, because the universe is going to give you problems to solve. Therefore, you don't need to spend any time organizing your life or being proactive in growing yourself. The projects that you want to work for you, it will come. And even though you've got tons of energy right now, it will be needed when the Tower shows itself. These are changes, most likely uncomfortable with the Death card with it. And things that you did not see coming. So prepare for the unexpected. And in doing so, it's, what's that phrase? If you embrace the fact that the universe is chaotic and expect it, then the universe can't throw anything at you. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. It's a nice way of putting it. More problems. I wouldn't. There's no two ways about this in terms of, yes, this will be difficult. But if you go into this expecting a problem, it will be one. But if this is an obstacle that you can overcome, then that's all it will be. Instead of saying, oh no, a problem, say a challenge. Someone hold my beer. And all you have to do is be your loving self. That Queen of Cups, that loving, caring energy. This probably doesn't even affect you directly. And more likely someone close to you. And so just know that you'll be there to pick up all the pieces and help them along. But Midnight, I hope this helps. And then after whatever is happening here, we have reward yourself. Oh, thank you, Spiritualist. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential, keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a constantly high level. You can take that in two ways. Embrace the challenge and reward yourself afterwards. Or if you feel like the challenge is getting too hard, know at any moment you decide whether you want to be grouchy or happy. And so reward yourself when needed. Oh, Titan's also, yeah, Titan's going through this teething stage. It started a couple of weeks ago, but like his bite's actually getting really strong. Midnight, thank you. Like, I've got to be careful putting my fingers in his mouth, because I'm just there going, one day I'm going to put my finger in his mouth and my finger's not going to come out. Thank you, Midnight. Alright, Starlo. What is the best piece of material advice? Yeah? What is the best piece of marital advice can I give you? How long have you been married, Starla? So is this advice from you to me from your cards? What? We're starting with rest. 6 years in years advice from me to you. 5 cards. Alright. What did you want with your reading, Starla? Angel or witch card? And by all means, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure there's some things in your head you want to tell me anyway. But we're starting with the 4 of Swords. Go on, we haven't had a witch card all day. This is I can already see the message. And it sounds weird, but it's almost like don't lose yourself in the other person. So we're starting with the 4 of Swords. And so it's weird because I'm talking to myself. Relationships can get tiring, and following that with the Emperor, there's no getting around that. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mona. Due to just the fact of life and goals needing to be achieved, and yet the negative of the situation is the Ace of Cups. It's keeping that love alive. I actually saw something recently that was like, it doesn't matter how long you've been together, you should never stop dating. And then your positive is the Hermit. It's not losing yourself in a relationship is good advice. Like I have to. So your positive is basically making sure you've got the time to be the hermit to spend time with your dreams so that they are not lost to, I guess, the embers of love. And then we come to the answer and we have the devil. There are no corners that can be cut in a marriage. The worries that you face have to be dealt with in the moment. It's that whole you should never go to sleep after having an argument until it is dealt with. And in doing these things, you'll have a strong foundation, a place to build from, a place that love that is already there can grow, as love never stops growing. There is no ceiling to love, and if you feel like you've hit it, then you've stopped watering it. The final card, the Knight of Pentacles. I don't even know what that card means in terms of wedding or marriage. I guess that's sometimes the ideas you have are dumb. The Knight of Pentacles is quick thinking. He has a lot of ideas, not all of them are correct. And you know what, that does kind of make sense. It's a reminder that not everyone's perfect. And don't be scared to admit when you're wrong. We have emotions. Odin, welcome. Embrace every emotion you feel, as they are all there for a reason. Life is full of cycles. And so, instead of being scared of some and loving others, by embracing what is happening in front of you, you guarantee that other emotions will follow. Starla, thank you. That was quite good. Both of you. Thank you, Odin, yeah. Cece, welcome in. So relaxing in here. I should say my voice is slightly huskier than usual. I do have a cold. But I guess that works in my favor. You know, until I sneeze everywhere. Thank you, Starla. Violet, what is your question? Ooh, oh, I see. There was an F next to some people, and I'm like, what is an F? But it means you're following. So I can now see that Cece's in the queue and she's not even following me. Ooh. Oh, that's naughty. It's alright. I'm not gonna stop people jumping in the queue. My very first chakra reading. Alright, Viola. Cece, thank you for the follow. Honestly, I don't mind. What would you like with your reading, Violet? With an angel card. How do you get in the queue? Exclamation mark join. It is in the description. Alright, let's have a look. Violet, we're starting with the Two of Cups. If I'm being honest, it's probably one of your worst chakras right now. And we don't feel balanced due to the neglect we feel. Are we in a relationship at the moment? Because even though we are surrounded by love, we've got the King of Cups in terms of our creativity. Yeah, married 12 years. All right. So even though there is a solid foundation of love, I want to say there is an element of lost trust here, where we struggle to stay grounded and free our mind of all of our worries, due to the fact that there has been trouble in the past. And if I'm being honest, the rest of your cards here are really good, which most likely means the problems have passed, but it still lingers. There is a part of you that refuses to trust everyone 100%. Work on myself to be a better mum and wife. I don't think you need to be a better mum. This is the Two of Cups. This is you and your partner. In terms of as a wife, the King of Cups encapsulates how much love you have, and even your throat chakra. We've got the Knight of Cups. The love you have for the people around you is not a problem. When you are there, when it is just you and the person you care for in a room, they are the only people that matter. And yet, it's when they aren't there that your mind starts to wander. Then we move to your motivations, and you will always do more for the people that are loyal to you. The Hierophant says that you do have friends and family that have been there, supported you from the beginning, and you know will be there for you in the future. And due to that fact, you will always have the motivation to pick them up whenever they are in need. Hence, another reason to not worry about being a mother. If you don't feel the need to be there for someone that you love, there's a good chance that they don't need you in that moment. And so you can let them live their lives. Then we go to your heart chakra, and we've got the Three of Cups. Again, reversed. Your only other chakra that isn't truly open. But the Three of Wands is a need for greater opportunities. It's a choice that is bigger than yourself. put it this way, when you had kids, when you got married, did any of these choices get in the way of goals that you had? Goals that Violet had? Destroy me, welcome. My career is on hold. Then know for a fact I'm a stay-at-home mum. Violet, you will get a chance to claim that back. And this is a must. For if you give up on that side of yourself to autistic daughters, make it a little rough, I see. Sorry, wrong chat, no worries, destroy me. I just don't want you to see, or I don't want you to feel like you never got to express yourself. And so even if working on your own isn't the only option right now, Violet, there is a need to do something that only you are motivated for. And only once you make that decision will you feel more whole, will you feel better. I'm a stay-at-home mum with an autistic son. I know I'll get back on track with my career eventually. Nice. Then we go to your throat chakra. And like I said, you've got the Knight of Cups. You speak as a true giver, someone that truly cares about those around you, to the point that it makes it very obvious that you're a hopeless romantic. And so if this is the other reason that there is a lack of trust, maybe the advice Starla gave to me may be good for you. Do you still go on dates with your husband? Zero, if you want to join the queue, jump onto Twitch. It is in the description. It's hard, but definitely not enough. Then just try and increase it, because it'll build that confidence back inside of you. Especially if he's the one that usually sets up the date. Then maybe you go out of your way to set some up yourself. And I know for a fact you don't have to do it expensive. When me and it's funny, when me and Elle started dating, we genuinely used to have the time of our lives just going to the park and enjoying each other's company. But whatever that means for you in terms of Zero, sorry, I would be able to give you a quick one at the end of the stream if you wanted to stick around, but that's probably 2 hours away from right now. So sorry. I can definitely do that. We love walks. Awesome. Your final two cards. We've got the blank card as your third eye, which means see the light in the darkness. It's been a while. How have you been? I've been good, Destroy Me. I've just got married. And Shadow, welcome in. was wondering about the blank card. I like to see it as the yin and yang card for all the darkness that's in your life. There will be the same amount of light, and so no matter what kind of day you're having, there will always be a reason to smile. And then finally, we've got the King of Wands. This is what connects all of them. And it's your motivation, even though you have a lot of it, even though you've got tons of energy, I question if we're using it in the right way. Hence, letting go of our own goals and just caring for those around us. To turn this around, you would have to find balance in terms of where your energy was going. What happened to your voice? I've got a cold. But finally, your angel card. What do you desire? I tell you what, these cards really want you to make something of your life. Don't waste it on the ones you love. Which sounds dark, but if you don't appreciate your own life, how can the people you love, teach, and especially in your children's case that are growing under your supervision, how will they ever appreciate their own lives? What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. When did you get the cold? When did I get the cold? No, I think it hit me like Thursday. Thursday and Friday I wasn't too bad. Saturday night, like, I woke up and I could have been swimming. It was a sweaty night. Stress relief. I don't know what it is. Like, a little part of me is like, look, there was a lot of planning with the wedding. Encouraging that. Amazing, Violet. I do hope that helps. Like, yeah, a little part of me is like, the wedding, there was a lot of planning for the wedding, and it might just be the fact that that's all just been released. But the other thing it could be is we were on like I say strict diet. I didn't lose that much weight. But I was just trying not to put on weight before the wedding. So we were eating kind of well. And then straight after the wedding, we had like a week where we just ate crap. So it's either the released energy from the wedding or the fact we've been eating badly the last week. Or the two together. Don't quite know. You're not physically ascended yet. Not that fast. Who's next? How was everyone? Seeing that I didn't get to see any of you last week. Where just missed the beard? Destroy me, what are you talking about? It's a delightful space. See you at another reading. No worries, Mona. Alright, Capped. A chakra reading with a witch card. Life has been busy lately. Exhausted, we moved on Friday. I'm so glad we won't have to move again anytime soon. Nice. We're actually thinking of moving soon. I won't give any details because we're still just looking. But we like to think at the start of next year we might have our own place. Sorry, I meant we're just missing the beard. My beard has been trimmed somewhat. I trimmed it for the wedding. This is what Il Curio looks like. Welcome. Was eating dinner with a fam. Nice. Alright, let's go back to the cards. Nice, definitely manifest your dream house. I know exactly what I want. And honestly, I can't wait to tell you when I get it. Have a big office. It doesn't have to double as a guest room. Because we have been looking at houses, and like we saw this house that it's a 3-bed, and like to be honest, I don't want a big office. I'm really happy with this corner of the room. I'll happily be like, you know, they call the tiny rooms like the coffin. Well, yeah, we saw this house with 3 bedrooms, and one of them was tiny, and I'm there going, well, until we have another son, which isn't going to be for a while, I'm turning the coffin into my studio. But we'll see what happens. Alright, a shock reading for you, Cap. We're starting with the Page of Cups. Look at that. This ain't actually that bad. Oh, I take that back. This starts really good. It's like one of those small spaces. It doesn't need to be big. Hey, Zoro, welcome. I made an account. I appreciate it. Join the queue. Exclamation mark join if you want to join the queue. Alright, Capped. We're starting with the Page of Cups. This is your foundation. It's funny, we've got 2 very strong cards, the Page and the Knight of Cups, as like your pillars to life right now. This is what's holding you up and keeping you grounded, and also allowing you to connect to everything else around you. Every card in between is messed up. Capped, what this means is we are in a very, let's say, giving environment. This could be a theme of my life. Solid bookends with chaos in between. There is a lot of love to give in this situation, but then we move to your creativity, and we have the 8 of Cups. So yes, you are very creative, but it's so dispersed. There's so many things you wish to be developing or working on that you'll spend the majority of your time procrastinating and not getting anything done. That's followed by your motivation, and we've got the Two of Wands. Once again, how can you be motivated if we aren't willing to choose what path to go down? Capped. We need to be decisive. Even your heart chakra is asking for balance. Bring everything into just one point and work from there. Capped. Then moving on to your throat chakra, we've got the Five of Swords. We're expecting to fail, and that's what comes out of our mouth. And so whenever you're ready to actually set your mind on something, we assume we've failed before we've even started. Hence why we're starting so many things all at once. Hence the fact that we have stagnated in a world that needs our love. Hence we got the world as your third eye, again reversed. You question if you even make a difference in this world. I have trouble believing in myself. Capped, it's a choice. Now you can either see yourself as an ant in a solar system and your actions will make zero to no difference, or you can take the other stance, which is the butterfly effect, and know that as long as you are trying your best, sometimes the smallest actions make the biggest difference. Your witch card. We have wisdom. And so you're wise enough to get over this situation. You can overcome anything that is thrown at you. I hope that helps. But I guess my only piece of advice to you right now is whatever you have your mind set on in this moment in time, just stick with it. You may not like it, you may not agree with how it's going, or you may not feel it can be completed. But the fact that you set your mind on something and just continue, the moment it clicks, your confidence in yourself will translate to everything else you do. Right, so I think there's 10 people in the queue. We're only an hour in, well, hour and 20. But I will close the queue after this reading. So who's next? Oh, Inner Voice. May I have a general with a witch card? Yeah. So when this reading finishes, I'll close the queue. And we'll see. We'll see what time we finish. I don't mind ending a little bit early because I've got a bit of a croaky voice. Hopefully I'll have my voice back by the end. Sorry, by tomorrow. Also, the other thing, so I was talking about this before on my last stream of how like Els hasn't been at work for the last couple of months because of Titan, and I'm gonna have to start like making more money on my end. So I've started pushing. I'm doing a there's basically an ice cream shop over the road, and they've asked for an event night, and I'm like, yes. So they do pizza and ice cream. It's a really weird shop. And they've got like 30 tables, and they can usually book it out if it's an event night. Pretty welcome. I'm ill. Don't ask me to wash my hair. So I'm doing that. I've also I'm basically pushing my tarot privately. So if anyone ever needs a private reading, by all means, hit me up on Discord. If you live in the UK, I'm doing private events. I've got one this week actually. It's actually a nursing home, and they've booked me for 2 hours, and they were like, just do as many as you can, and if it's a lot of fun, we'll just book you in again. Also, and I know it won't make a huge difference in terms of my income, but I was there going, I might as well try and increase the amount of hours that I do on Twitch. I might not do it so much this week, but maybe starting next week, I'm going to try and do some nighttime streams as well, from Wednesday to Friday. So any reading like this, if you wanted a reading like this, a 10-minute reading, these are £10. And if you wanted a private reading, so like a 45-minute reading where we go through everything, check your chakras, you ask questions on a certain topic and see where you are with finances, your home life, your love life, and do all of it, then that's £45. But yeah, right. I'll leave that out there in the universe. See what comes of that. And yeah, you can look forward to some more streams from me, hopefully in the future, where I stream at night as well. Now let me find your question again, because I've already forgotten it. May I have a general with a witch card, please and thank you? All right. A Ko-fi shop. What on earth is a Ko-fi shop? What, can I like set up my Discord on it? Ko-fi. I'll check it out. I think Pixie uses that, doesn't she? I do actually have a website. And what did you want with your reading as well? You wanted a witch card. Many people use it for private readings. All right, nice. Yeah, I'll check it out. Might be able to just add it to my website. All right, let's have a look. availability. Nice, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Alright, Inner Voice. So just a general reading with a witch card. We're starting with the Judgment card. And to be honest, it's in the upright position, and it's followed by the Strength card. You are in a very powerful position of self-reflection, where whatever you've been going through, and from the look of your answer, it hasn't been easy for you, but you're going to have a reason to celebrate after this. We've got the Nine of Pentacles as your negative, the idea that you have to do everything by yourself. Hence why you've done so well, due to your strength, but your positive is to celebrate. It's really hard to celebrate something when you're by yourself. Yeah, I need to network and I hate networking. It's never too late to try. You just haven't networked with the right people yet. And we have to remember, think of networking like dating. Jing, welcome in. Oh, and Toya, no, this is if you want to quickly jump onto Twitch, I will be closing the queue after this reading. But if you can jump onto Twitch and get on before I do that, you can join the queue. Inner Voice, networking's a bit like dating. Not everyone is right for you. And therefore you can't get mad when it doesn't work out between you and someone else. Network, make friends, meet new people, new scenarios, and when the right people show up, it will work out for you. You may meet someone in the work environment that may turn into your best friend. So don't give up just because it's been hard in the past. Your answer, we've got the Queen of Cups. Now, don't for a second... Excalibur, welcome. Hello, Cramps. Are you talking to me? I'll try to see it that way. Maybe I'll find new ideas. Don't for a second doubt yourself as a mother. It looks like you've spent so much time on your career and the obstacles in front of you that judgment has seeped into what you haven't or what you've been neglecting. The card's reversed. It's you are still, always have and always will be an amazing mother. And it's only the worry of the situation with the Nine of Swords here that is allowing these seeds of doubt to come in. We've then got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. But notice the order. The longer that you stay in this game, the better things turn out for you. If you try something and throw in the towel, you will be giving up before... How do I say it? Before the fruit was ripe. So use this strength that you have to overcome these obstacles, and don't worry about your failures. Don't worry about the obstacles that are in your way, because you will overcome them, and one day they will have been a blessing as to where they finally get you. Your Witch card. We have happiness. And so the whole time, keep a smile on your face. I hope that helps. Right, like I said, let me close the queue. This is your final chance for anyone watching. Excalibur, I hope you've been well. Yeah, though my PC ain't set up, so I ain't at the moment. Alright, let me close the queue. Oh, Excalibur got in as well. Nice. Alright, NC. We'll see how many people are here, because I know some of you have been in the queue since we were talking about my wedding. You can do it. What did I miss? Actually, I hope it holds up for a bit and they can just wait for like 3 months or so. I need some peace and quiet. I missed it. Curio, was my reading any good? Or was it sad? Oh my god, it was like an hour and a half ago. I can't remember. I think it was pretty good, to be honest. Definitely worth a watch. Alright, Toya, are you here? Yeah, I've got ill brain today, which just means I'm not going to remember anything I've said today. I tell you what, this is how we'll do it, because I don't know who's in the queue and in chat. If you're in the queue, let me know, and I'm just going to do the first person that says their name. Drink some herb tea. Oh my god, an absolute lifesaver. I've been drinking 2 teas. I've been doing, well, they're basically the same, but lemon and honey, absolute lifesaver. That was the first one we were drinking. Oh yeah, so Els also has a cold. We were both in the dumps. I'm tired. If you just get well soon. Oh no, I'm absolutely fine. If this was yesterday, I would have struggled. We didn't even want to leave the house yesterday, and yet today we were able to go and visit one of the houses we were looking at. I say visit. We drove up to it, looked at it from outside, and then went home. But still counts. Thank you, Sentence. I appreciate the effort. Joe, are you here? I mean, Joe's written his question, so I can technically do Joe's next. I tell you what, Zero, are you here? It's just no one here. I did spend like half an hour talking about my wedding. So it is kind of my fault that a few people aren't here. Alright, NC. If you're not here, we'll do Joe's next. No. Perfect. Joe's here. What comes next with these changes? Yeah, no, don't worry, Excalibur. I've closed the queue, so I will get to everyone in the queue. Oh, and determining how the thing goes at this this like pizza ice cream place. If it goes well, I might try and sign up to one of those. Have any of you got like a pub next to you that does like a psychic night once a month? I'm just there going, but I'm not a medium. I just read cards. And I just don't want to seem like a fool. Let me read you your cards, and then they go, oh yeah, but you didn't tell me like anything that you didn't tell me the name of my mother or anything, and I'm there going, yeah, that's not who I am. All right, Joe. I can see that happening. Oh, Toya, perfect. We'll do you next. Joe, what comes next with these changes? We're starting with the temperance, and the first thing we need to do is embrace the chaos. Then understand that it's better to lose than win if we step on other people's toes. Have you ever seen Fight Club? Joe, there's a scene in Fight Club where the main guy turns around to all of his people and goes, I want you all to get into a fight, and I want you to lose. And so these are all people that are good at fighting, and they all try and start fights and then just get beaten up for it. And it's accepting that it's okay to fail once in a lifetime. It's okay for the weight of the world to bear on your shoulders and you to just have to deal with it. Your negative is the 9 of Wands. You are fighting so hard to fix what is broken, and yet I don't think what you're fighting for changes the outcome. Hence, if you lose, your answer is still the 10 of Pentacles. Sorry, your positive is still the 10 of Pentacles. Your answer has the Sun in it, which is such a positive moment. Your material wealth will go through the roof. Your energy for the world around you will increase. There will be a playfulness. When you accept loss, you free yourself from the restraints of the world around you. There is nothing left to fix. I should say there is still the 2 of Swords. If there is nothing left to fix, then what are we still scared of? It is, to be honest, you're the only negative card in this. The negatives in your mindset with the weight on your shoulders and the loss and fighting, these are things you can handle. But the fear is your imagination, and therefore we can always imagine something greater than ourselves. I'm not scared. The only other thing the Two of Swords can be is we are physically blindfolding ourselves. What was your question? What comes next with these changes? Yeah, the card's reversed. Unless the card's just asking you to see the truth, finally. Again, with the Sun in your answer, what comes of these changes is still so positive for you. This is the end. I'm trying to understand what comes next. There is nothing more to do. Joe, what are we talking about here? Even your final card, the Hierophant, it speaks of loyalty and habits that you've probably had since you were young. Solo, welcome in. But yeah, sorry, the queue is closed at the moment. And so these may be the same fears that you've had for so long that you don't even accept. Mr. Married. Nice. Hence the blindfold. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And if that's the case, embrace the chaos. Know that your future is so much better than your current path. Whatever the changes have been, the positives that come out of this are amazing for you, Joe. Your future is brighter, there is no doubt about that. And if the changes have already happened, it wouldn't surprise me if you've already started to see them, and they will only get brighter still. But your final two cards show fear due to habits that you've had for a long time. And it wouldn't surprise me if those around you, those that you feel loyal to, have had the same fears. You don't even acknowledge them as fears because they are just part of reality at this point. The same way that gravity keeps you on this earth. There is no second thought. But in terms of your answer, you've got nothing to worry about. Because everything's swinging your way. There is no fear I do not understand. There is no fears I do not understand. As has been said, this is the end. I mean, I can see two flaws in just that sentence. What do you do with the things you don't understand? And what happens if this isn't the end? Joe, are we living in the spiritual world? What comes next is the question. Dragon, welcome. I'm doing well, thank you. Yes. Now I am. Nice. Alright. I mean, it sounds like you've ascended since I last spoke to you, Joe. And if that's the case, it explains the abundance that you feel at this time. Thank you, Joe. I hope that helps in some way. And I look forward to reading your cards again. Yes. That is why it's not a... That's why it's not to discuss in public. I understand. Good luck, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I don't want to be ascended. Oh, NC, you are here. Tori, you won't be next. Sorry. NC wasn't here earlier. Well, both of you weren't here earlier, so. Hi, is S being honest about going to a party with his mum Saturday? I refuse to judge you by your question. Is S honest about going to a party with his mum Saturday? Let's have a look. Ooh. Alright. It's this Saturday, by the way. Alright, let's have a look. Please don't worry, I won't. I'm assuming you're going as well. So we're starting with the Knight of Swords, which usually means this is more your mind than theirs. So this is your take on the scenario, which means you're too quick to jump to conclusions. And that's followed by the Fool. Straight away, I'm assuming you're quite young. Or like teenagers if we're going to party. Maybe late teenager. If there's going to be alcohol. And see, put it this way. This very question doesn't affect the night. I'm not going. Interesting. The negative, the Six of Pentacles, there is strong foundation for this actually happening. Are they being honest? I think they are. As of this moment in time, they genuinely believe they're going. Or their mum is going. Because we've even got the Three of Pentacles as in your answer, which means they've sown the seeds, whether that's just asking their mum to go, or sure I've told others as well. But your actual answer is the Star. So the reason I say this doesn't matter is because it makes no difference to your scenario, especially if you're not going. Now, NC, your last card is the Five of Cups. You see the negative in most situations. Therefore, you're a bit of a pessimist. You've got a negative outlook on, I almost want to say, life. And therefore, if you want to take a stronger stance, find a way to relax. Find a way to enjoy the words that come out of your friend's mouth. It's so hard for me to trust. Have you been hurt recently? Especially in the area of love. The only card I haven't touched is your positive, and it's the Three of Swords. It's heartbreak. And that trust that you don't have to give, or you don't physically have in order to give to others, will come back to you. But as of this moment in time, if you know that that trust isn't there, you have to find other ways to find happiness in your life. Whether that's pursuing your work, your education, whatever that means to you. Even if it's your friends and family. The Five of Cups is a reminder that there are positives, even in the darkest scenarios. Not all the cups are broken. And as long as you can see the light, as long as you can see things that actually spark happiness inside of you, then that's all you need, because a smile on your face is enough to once again bring love back into your life. And I know it's not what you've asked, but I think it's what you needed to hear right now. So I hope that helps. Thank you. Tori, what's your question? Chakra, please. Let's have a look. All right, Tori. We're starting with the Ten of Wands. It looks like we're struggling to have a foundation at all. We don't feel very secure due to the demands on us. And I don't know if this is work related or just pressure in social situations, but we are constantly burdened by the world around us. And even on our creative side, moving to our sacral, we feel lost. The chakra is open, but it has nowhere to move. It has nowhere to draw, paint, or create. If you tapped into your creative side, you'd find that there was a lot more there than you let out. I was trying to work on my root, force my family, but it backfired. Focused on family, but it backfired. I think we need to find put it this way. Your family isn't where your root is. Your root is inside yourself. And so, what creative outlets do you have? Are you a drawer, a writer? I learned the hard way, yeah. Maybe a painter, maybe you run weird routes in the park that's close to you. Whatever it is, Tori, you need to tap into that because it's one of your strongest chakras right now. And yet, even your creative side doesn't have anywhere to express itself. Hence, when we try to motivate ourselves for our future, we find ourselves bored and I almost want to say dreamless. Music writer, but I know there is more there my whole life, but I feel so much pressure from the outside. I feel like I missed so much. Can I post the list? Yeah, exclamation mark list if you want to see what the list is. Also, Zoro, if you type exclamation mark, oh, you can't do it because the queue's shut. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, if you added your question next to your name, I would have been able to write your question next to your name. I feel I missed so much of my creativity. It's part of my story now. Tori, it's never too late. The fact that this is one of your best chakras, followed by your throat, the other chakra that is you expressing yourself, means this is where you need to be right now. Most likely due to the fact that you haven't been able to express yourself recently, means that it's the stars have aligned. Make the most of it. Your heart, we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands. There is, I'm assuming you're not in a relationship, and if I'm being honest, until you find your confidence again, it's not something you need to tap into right now. Even if you're in a relationship, you may find yourself distancing yourself from them until you find yourself. And then we go to your throat chakra and we have the Justice card, balance. hence what comes out of your mouth. This is your throat. This is the words you speak. It sounds like you know yourself very well. So why don't you listen to the words that come out of your mouth? The Justice card is meeting yourself halfway. Even if you took half of the advice that you already know to be good advice, then you'd be in a much better position. Took a lot of work, I guess I have to recognize that. Then your final two chakras. We've got your third eye, which is the two of Pentacles, a favorite of mine, but the card is reversed. Put it this way. Your third eye is your future. It's being prepared. Right now, you don't have to worry about what your future holds. Just know that when you get there, you'll have everything you need to balance it. But as of right now, if you try and balance your future, you won't be able to balance your present moment. And that is what needs your attention. The final card is your crown, and your crown is also actually open. But it's a playful card. It's the Six of Cups. Remember what made you happy as a child. And I'm sure a lot of what you've experienced will, or the creative things that you do want to revisit, you've done before. They're nostalgic at this point. For that reason, don't be scared to tap into it again. Confident, thank you. The queue is closed at the moment. Ash as well. Sorry, the queue is closed, but if you want to stick around till the very end, there's 7 or 8 people still in the queue. So if you stick around to the very end, I'll have a quick fire round for everyone. Tori, I hope that helps. Don't worry about your base. You've already messed that up. But you'll find that just by tapping into your creativity, everything else sorts itself out. It will make you more present. It will bring you back into this reality, and it will distract you from your future worries. And all of these things will help you. I feel I just judge myself for tapping into nostalgia. There's not a problem with it. We've all done it. I remember for no reason, when I started on Twitch over 2 years ago, one of the first things I did was paint Warhammer. I hadn't painted Warhammer since I was a little kid, but I used to love it. Painting little miniatures, building armies. I don't do it now. But the fact of the matter is, it didn't matter what I was doing, it made me happy. Kitty, what's your question? Thank you, Tori. Yeah, to be honest, I've gone down that rabbit hole a couple of times. I think I do it about once a year. This time last year, I think it was this time last year, I got my sister to buy me what are they called? Beyblades. So under my bed at my parents' house, I have a ring and 3 Beyblades that I played with for like 2 weeks, and then I just put them away. Zero regrets. I did make my fiance play. My wife. I made my wife play with me as well. Did I say missed? Or messed up? My point was your root chakra was in a detrimental position, and so you are struggling with where you are in the current moment. But none of those things would matter if you got your confidence back through your creative side. All right, Kitty, could I get a general reading, please? Yes. The arena at Spinny Tops? Hell yeah. By all means, watch the VOD back, because I forget things as soon as I say them. Bless you. Alright, Kitty. Could I get a general reading? We're starting with a 4 of Pentacles. And this is looking a bit of a love reading, because we've got walls to overcome, followed by the 8 of Pentacles, like we doubt we'll ever be ready. And yet your answer is the Ace of Cups. So someone's on your doorstep. Are you in a relationship at the moment, Kitty? Alright, perfect. I say that because that means love is quite literally on your doorstep. Now, what we have to let go of is assuming we're not good enough. You're negative, the Page of Pentacles, you are at the beginning. You're trying to find what makes you sweet. And yet that is not something to worry about. I did a quote on my on one of the shorts on YouTube, and it was absolutely brilliant. I do say so myself. It's not my quote, but Kitty, you have to remember you are the sweetest peach on a peach tree. But not everyone likes peaches. And therefore, there is no being perfect for everyone, but there is being perfect for the right someone. And so you're positive in terms of this moment in time. You need to rest as much as you can, especially if you've been overdoing it recently, because your walls are very high. You are very conscious in the area of love, and yet if you get that rest in, if you can start to relax those walls, your answer is the Ace of Cups. It wouldn't surprise me in the next month if love quite literally knocks on your door. And all you have to be willing to do is to move and flow with it. The Eight of Wands is the move. It's a move in the right direction. The card's in the upright position. It's a positive movement for you. It will lift you. Your final two cards, the King of Cups and the Page of Swords. This doesn't mean this is the one or anything along those lines, especially with these last two cards being reversed, but this is still a huge opportunity for you, and you can't allow your fear of losing love get in the way of having it in the first place. So Kitty, the only piece of advice I can give you is when love knocks on your door, you let it in. You see it through to the end, you enjoy it for what it is. You enjoy every moment. I hope that helps. Thank you. Is there loads of new gifts and emotes and stuff? Honestly, what did I miss in the last 2 weeks since I've been gone? Since I've been gone. Spiritualist, what is your question? A general, please. Alrighty. So even though you've moved, it looks like there's still a lot on your plate. We've got the Knight of Wands, which means there is still so much more to do than you have time to do it. And that's followed by the Ten of Swords. It's almost like it's going to be the end of you. Luckily, this is in your mind, so this isn't the truth of the matter. But the fact of the matter is, there is work to be done. Now, having said that, the negative is the Queen of Cups. It's your biggest negative is you don't have time to do everything that needs doing, while also loving everyone that needs loving. So this isn't a physical negative that you're a loving person, but in terms of getting your goals completed, it will delay you. But your positive's the blank card. And so it looks like time's on your side. Everything will balance out as long as you can stagger things. Even your answers, the temperance. Especially moving to a new house. Embrace that things aren't going to make sense for a little bit. Allow yourself to set a new routine. And until you have that, don't be surprised that things are chaotic. If you can do that much, then the rest will balance itself. We've got the Justice card and the Three of Cups. Both are reversed, but it still speaks of a celebration that is owed. And the final card, the Three of Wands, just pick your battles. You said it yourself, you've got a lot of work to do. So pick what truly needs doing. And as long as you're just getting things done, as long as you're not just letting the pile grow, then one day you'll look at the pile and it just won't be there. And you'll have your freedom back. You'll have time. To be the carer you want to be. And the celebration will come then. I hope that helps. Oh, may that day come soon. Give or take a week or two? Probably. Does, thank you. How have you been feeling, Excalibur? Cece, what's your question? Have you fully recovered yet, Excalibur? Have we got it? Of course. Just make sure you've got the guy in mind. I'm tired. I've just pushed myself, lol. If I don't do it, then Gentle will, and at the moment she limits me from too far overboard. Nice. It's alright, we'll get to your reading in a bit, Excalibur. We'll see what's happening. But I hope you're resting well. Cece, we're asking you about a connection. And I'm assuming you're not in a relationship. Rest is for the wicked. I got you. It's beautiful. No, not yet. CC, honestly, you're asking to be hurt. So we're starting with the Seven of Pentacles, which means we don't understand the first thing about this person. And there's nothing wrong with that in terms of getting into a relationship. But then that's followed by the Tower. And so especially in your subconscious, it looks like you're I almost want to say you're the trouble. Purple, welcome. Sorry, the queue is closed at the moment, but if you want to stick around till the end, we will have a quick fire round. CC, are you a bit of a... how do I put it? Saucy one. The Tower, you love breaking people. And the negative, you're really good at it. You've got the Strength card, which means obstacles in your way you can overcome. If you see, I'm assuming you're female, if you see boys as problems, then you can overcome them. Whether that's getting into a relationship, you can overcome it. You can make it happen. And when you've had enough, you can chuck them to the side and lay waste to them. Your positive is whatever you do, you are victorious. But your answer is this how you want to be grounded? If you ever want to experience what love is actually like, you have to be vulnerable, or as vulnerable as the person you see. And so in terms of the connection with this person, we have the Death card, followed by the Two of Cups, followed by the Ten of Cups. Think of these two cards as your opinion and their opinion. When you're ready to break up with them, you just broke their forever person. What this means is you are very good in a relationship. But it means you hurt people a lot more than you give credit for. The Ten of Cups is a family. And so this person could be a hopeless romantic, and on the first date already be thinking in their head what your second name sounds like with theirs. But the point is, they're easily hurt. And in terms of the way this is going, that pain will be felt. And so I'm not going to tell you not to see this relationship through. I'm not going to tell you to not try it. But all I ask from you, now that you know how vulnerable they are, is take this opportunity to try to be as vulnerable. Called me soulmate on the second day we met. Yeah, okay. This is gonna hurt. But the point is, they're easily hurt. And in terms of the way this is going, I'm not going to tell you not to see this relationship through. I'm not going to tell you to not try it. But all I ask from you, now that you know how vulnerable they are, is take this opportunity to try to be as vulnerable. Called me soulmate on the second day we met. Yeah, okay. This is gonna hurt. like I said, by the sounds of it, you already hurt him if this doesn't turn into a relationship. But if you want to go through with this, just try your hardest to be. He doesn't leave. I tried to. If that's the case, then put it this way: it doesn't get any better for you. You have the death card as your answer, which is change. If this isn't going to work out and you don't want it to get any more serious, break the tie early. I've tried to control my sharp tongue. Honestly, ripping this off like a band-aid may not be a bad idea if you want this to be over quickly. Because the answer here is very painful if you long this out, and only gets more painful the longer you long it out. Like I said, if you want to try the relationship, and if that was even an option for you, by all means, take the opportunity to play your vulnerable part. See what it's like actually being in a relationship where you care about the other person fully, to the point that you almost lose the rest of the things you do in your life. But if that was never an option for you, rip the band off sooner than later. Because he is very vulnerable and I'm scared to hurt him badly. Yeah, it's too late. Don't worry about hurting him, he will get hurt. The longer you leave it, the more hurt he gets. I hope this helps. Not a good idea, as you could rip some skin tissue with it. Thank you. Sentence. Thank you. Too late, it's been only a month. Cece, when I say too late, I mean for a hopeless romantic, a month is more than enough time to get attached. I honestly, I've seen the full range. Whether it's someone that has fallen head over heels on a first date, and others that, I know people that have been together for 5 years and still don't know whether they want to marry the person. So time is only something that you can depict for yourself. It is not linear. It's not the same for everyone. But thank you. And good luck. I wonder if I can join this queue. Go on, Sentence. What's your question? Bless you. I don't know if any of you lot can hear my if you want to put the kettle on, go for it. I didn't know waiting this long was so much torture. A general, please. Alright, let's have a look. Wait, no. Do you have a question? What is your question? I'll tell you what, let me quickly go toilet. We're back in a second. All right, I'm back. What is the dark aspect of me? I encountered, or even came back to. What am I supposed to do with it? What is this dark aspect of me I encountered, or even came back to? What am I supposed to do with it? All right, let's have a look. Not the answer I was expecting. All right, we have the High Priestess to start with, and I wouldn't say so much everything is upright. One's the wrong way around, but close enough. What did you expect? Well, we've got the Hermit and the Seven of Swords, so it's basically telling you to embrace your darkness. It's telling you to stab yourself in the back with the thing that you think your darkness is. Because it's too scary. It's part of you, Sentence. It's who you are. That's like being scared of your reflection. You'll be scared the rest of your life if you refuse to embrace this. We've got the High Priestess. I know whatever you've seen is, you probably hit the nail on the head. And for some reason, I think it makes you financially well off. Because we've got the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So that was an illusion. Probably not. Sorry, my wife just saw my pee and was like, you need to drink more water.
Feel free to hydrate him.
Well, she's pouring it
Sorry.
over my arm. It's alright. Red lightsaber, what? She was about to go toilet and she heard me say I need to go to the toilet. So she just waited for me to go and then went after me. But she saw what was in the toilet when I got up. Good choice. What on earth is going on? Why are we talking about Star Wars? Huh? You want to make a ginger tea? Or did you want a normal tea? Oh, just a lemon then. Lemon and honey. Oh, alright. Yeah. Tea time. Sorry, where was I? So, sentence. By embracing this, we become better in a financial setting. So I'm supposed to encourage more of it. I don't know what it is. Now, by all means, if it scares you that much and you don't want to say, you don't have to. But, sentence, it's finding a balance. It's finding the positives of it. And so your other two cards here, we've got the Ace of Swords, the only negative, and it is a weak mind, one that is easily manipulated, but one that can overcome anything while being playful and just enjoying what's in front of them. Again, without knowing what it is, I can't give you any references, but if you can find a way to play with it, like a child, the same way a kid will happily play around a stove until it burns itself, find a way to be in its present, and we'll use that as a metaphor. Something that can burn you as a child then can create beautiful food once you understand it. The more knowledge you have about your darkness, the more you can control it. Sentence, I hope that helps. Stick that fork in that socket. Sorry, I'm just dying over here. But yeah, there's not a lot more I can say. No worries, Sentence. Zero, let me know if you're still here. Can I pursue my ambition? What does Spirit have to say about it? Alright, let's have a look. Oh, Zoro. Can I call you Zero? Oh no. Is everything back to normal? The Matrix is falling apart. I don't know what happened. My camera's been doing that from time to time. Cool. Zero it is. Can I pursue my ambitions? Zero. Put it this way. You can still fail if you play it safe. We're starting with the Queen of Swords. You don't think you've got it together. You don't think you've planned enough. And you are kind of spiraling out of control. Joe is scaring me. That's followed by the Four of Wands, where you're just not brave enough to see your ambitions through. The negative, though, is, I mean, you say ambitions, but this is deeper than that. This is your dreams. If you don't pursue this, you're throwing your life away. What are we here for? If not just to enjoy the passage of time. Well, if you're not pursuing your dream, you are doing quite the opposite. You are wasting your time. Zoro, your positive right now is the Chariot. It is reversed, and even though the past may not have been kind to you towards your ambition, as long as you never give up on what you love, that dream will never die. To the point being, your answer, the Ace of Cups, is follow what you love doing. There is no other right answer. Now, is this going to be easy? No. Your next 3 cards are all worry cards. You've got the worry card itself, the 8 of Swords. You've got the 9 of Swords, which shows sleepless nights. And we've got the Enant reversed. But it means anything is possible. Both sides of the coin. It shows failure. But given enough time, it also shows success. Zoro, should you pursue your ambitions? Yes. Are we going to have to take it slow and steady because we don't have confidence in ourselves? Also, yes. But every sleepless night is worth getting closer to your dream. Because I'm punished. This doesn't look like someone that is here to suffer. Notice how all the negatives are in your own mind. Worry, bravery, these are not things you can pick up from the outside world. These are all internal. And if I'm being honest, in the situation you're in right now, it wouldn't surprise me if you don't start pursuing your dream straight away. But whether it's 6 months, whether it's a year and asking another 100 tarot readers, one day your confidence will be enough and you'll stop wasting your time. Now, my guides are very strict. Have you ever, this may get you in trouble, have you ever tried rebelling against them for your own happiness? It's only because it makes no sense that your guides would be pushing you away from something you desire. Especially something as important as this to you. Or put it this way, have a word with them. Because if you haven't told them how important this is to you, if you haven't let them know that you would really appreciate their help making this work, they know. If that's the case, they will help you. And in that case, don't ask for help towards your goals, because you obviously have the motivation towards it. Just ask them to release you of your worries. Ask them for a little bit of bravery and courage. Because that's all you need, a push in the right direction. The rest you can do yourself. I hope that helps. Thank you. Jing, let me know if you're here. I would be curious as to why they would be so against it, especially if it's something I'm passionate about. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I guess there's some funky spirits out there as well. Just imagine, like when you came to this earth, you told your guides before you came down here, you were like, look, I get it. I can achieve anything on this plane. Just make it as hard as you can. And I want to prove to you that I can still make my dreams come true. Excalibur, just in case Jing's not here, do you want to let me know what your question is as well? Being passionate does not mean it's the right path of life. It does mean you can draw from it, but not make it your life's goal. Just a general. Just be like, oh, someone else told me about this Akashic Records. Someone came into my shop and was like, oh, you need to try this. And I think I did a meditation on it, and it was actually kind of good. But they wanted me to read the whole thing, and I'm there going, huh? I'm gonna look into it more. Alright, Excalibur, just a general. This well with Jamaicans. Damn, are you married? Wow, I never received that invitation though. Ah, sorry, Hot Hotness, you didn't make the cut. You know, we only invited 320 people in the end. And that was just family. They are super interesting. I learned about some past life and the like. I've actually just started reading a new book, and it's called what is it called? Are You Intuitive? Something along those lines. I'm just checking. I'm just checking to see if there's any more inside of me. All right, Excalibur. You're more intuitive. Yeah, but I can't see it. I believe there is more. I've tried more. More doesn't come out. Not yet, anyway. What kind of stuff inside you? All right, where was I? Excalibur. We're starting with the Seven of Wands, and it looks like we've got a pretty strong stance on where we stand at the moment, especially in the area of, I want to say work with the Emperor, but the rest of the cards aren't work related. Oh, but we've got the Lovers, we've got the Sun. Do you see your work as those around you? To the point that we're not even showing in your circumstance, most likely our true pain. We're hiding a lot of ourselves, and it's so that we can carry the burden that others don't, with your positive being the 9 of Wands. You see it as your positive, you see it as a... It sounds like more pushing through the move. Put it this way, you don't need to be a hero right now, Excalibur. We don't need to cut corners with the devil. The sun's on your side. In terms of your answer, it's still such a positive omen that's going for you. But it asks for you to be honest. It doesn't matter the situation of you, your family doesn't let you go with the 10 of Cups reversed. Pretend to be okay than you are. Okayer is definitely a word. Honestly, there's not a lot more I can say. You treat your loved ones like work and it's a burden on your shoulders. When if you just embraced the truth, said the truth, things would still work out. Like I said with spiritualist reading, as long as she works on the pile will eventually go down. So you don't have to be there to pick up every single piece that falls. Shit to do, lol. Can't let wife do all of the things. I never said you wouldn't be doing things. It's just knowing when to stop. Saying that, there isn't the 4 of Swords or anything like that, so you are definitely doing better. It's not that you need rest as much as just don't overexert yourself. But I hope that helps. There's no time to wait. Not for 2 days. Well, I guess to both of you, good luck with it all. But with that sun there, I'm not worried. Divide equally. Alright. Jing, final chance. Let me know if you're here. Perfect timing, actually. 3 o'clock. Sorry, 3 hours. We've been eating really well the last couple of days. Been eating soups and stuff. Finally getting out of the cold, so we were like, screw cooking anything fancy. We've had some freezers in the fridge. Sorry, we've had some pizzas in the freezer. So we're eating pizzas tonight. We're gonna put like anchovies, olives, chicken all over it. Gonna be amazing. But if Jing's not here, let's do the quick fire round. So this is for everyone on Twitch and YouTube. If anyone's still watching on YouTube, we shall see. Card for next baby. We have time to go. Oh, I think the music ended as well. 1 second. All right. Inner voice. What? The sun sets and rises each day. And it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life and know that the sun will always rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of new beginnings. We are with you through each phase and cycle. Do you do health readings, Curio? I should say no. Twitch doesn't let you. It's in the terms and services. I'm basically, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not qualified. I can't tell you whether to do or something or not to in terms of health. I do privately. I have done a few. It still stands that I'm not a doctor. So if it is something major, you should still talk to your doctor. But I'll happily give advice if I'm doing a private reading or in the shop. Right, who's next in the queue? Any advice for the darkness? The ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into the healing womb brings about desired effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. Is there anything you won't read for? Honestly, not really. Trying to think. I don't think I've ever refused a reading, like privately. So no. Spiritualist, should I get back into streaming this week again? We have Cleanse and Detoxify. I think we wait until the pile's a little lower. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we will help you develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow. At shedding your old ways, give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see you start streaming again, Spiritualist. But it looks like this week might just be a little bit too soon. Violet, the general advice. We have child. You care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Excalibur, will it change from waking up and choosing war? You mean, will I change? Will it change from waking up and choosing war? Oh, are we talking about spiritualist? Did I pull the same card again? How on earth did I do that? We had child. Excalibur, if we are talking about spiritualist, see spiritualist as your child. You care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Solo, am I on track when it comes to my soul plan? It looks like yes, we have relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance your relationship, snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your relationships blossom and prosper. Awesome. Is total loss the only way? Joe, is total loss the only way? We have listened. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Thank you, Joe. Could not have been clearer. No, people can wait. Okay. Very fitting. Nope, nope. Don't like kids at all. Inner child work, it is for you. Time to put on pants and choose war again. War with weather. You all night night. Have a good one, Excalibur. Thank you, Sentence. Let me just check YouTube. Yep, nothing over there. Perfect. Who should we raid today? Grocery shopping, yay. Have a great night all. Goodbye. Titan's been really cute recently. Yeah, who should we raid? Whoa, KAE has a lot of people right now. We've got Margot's on actually. Should we do Margot or K80? K80 is doing ASMR, which is the only reason I'm tempted not to. Oh, it looks like we all just need to relax. Let's do K80. Might make some of you cringe. Bye, Mr. Married. And thank you everyone for the congratulations. I really appreciate it. Right, from me, stay kind, stay cute, stay curious, my friends. And I'll see you all very soon.